Hello there, creative friends. Welcome. My name is Lhey Ralston, a hand lettering artist, an illustrator, and a creative educator. Today we're going to do something really simple, but really fun. I am talking about doodling, what it is, why it matters, and how you can start using it in your journals, your planners, your sketchbooks, and even with your crafty projects, especially without overthinking it. For today's class, I'll be using Faber-Castell's PITT Artist Pen and my favorite tip, the Fudenosuke medium. But more than anything, I just want you to relax, you take a deep breath, and enjoy this process with me. So what is doodling? Doodling is simply making marks with intention or sometimes even without one. It's those little drawings that we do while we're thinking, while we're resting, or even just sometimes just letting our hands move so freely. Doodling isn't about creating a masterpiece. It never really is. It is all about letting your pen flow, exploring lines and shapes, and allowing your creativity to show up exactly as it is today, no matter where it's at. Why doodling is important. Doodling is actually such a very powerful tool, as cheesy as it may sound. It helps improve our focus. It helps and builds hand and eye coordination. It gives your mind a gentle place to start and reset and rest. Every single time that we doodle, we are practicing control. We're practicing movement and our confidence, all without pressure. And honestly, sometimes the best ideas come from the simplest marks. Okay, so I know I've mentioned in the beginning that I'm using Faber-Castell's PITT Artist Pen in Fudenosuke medium today. So let's quickly talk about tools. Now, the PITT Artist Pens, they come in different tip sizes, and that is really important when it comes to doodling. A fine tip, it gives you a delicate, detailed lines. Now, if you're going to use a brush tip adds personality, it adds movement and expressive flair. But there is no right tip, if that makes any sense. It is just the one that feels good in your hand, and most especially the one that matches your doodle style. I always encourage trying a few and noticing how each different tip changes the feel of your lines. So before we draw anything recognizable, let's warm up. We are practicing lines and shapes because almost every doodle starts here. We have straight lines, we have wavy lines, we have loops, and for basic shapes, we have circles, we have ovals, we have some teardrop or simple petal shapes. This part here is so important. It really is because this one builds that connection between your mind and your hand. So think of this part as stretching before a walk, right? So slow, easy, and no rush. So how do we turn these shapes into doodles? All right, so let's put all those shapes and lines together. Well, let's say a circle. A circle becomes a flower center, the middle part. Ovals, they can become petals, right? Lines can become the stems and the leaves. So most doodles, and honestly, most drawings are just simple shapes combined in playful ways. You don't need to draw perfectly. You just need to keep going. So for today's project, I'll share with you a couple of flower doodles. I am finishing up this class with a few sweet flower drawings that is perfect for maybe Valentine projects that you have coming up. You can also use it for spring journaling or for your spring handmade cards. Notice that these are not complicated drawings. They're soft, they're happy, they're kawaii, which means cute, and they're full of character. I hope that this class will inspire you to doodle more on your busy days, on your quiet days, or honestly, any time that you need a creative pause. So enjoy the rest of the doodles. And thank you so much for creating with me today.